All right, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles of great millstone, blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel, brother, lift up the stand of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. It's the Akim Mahaloya coming back with another lesson. Lord's will to be edifying. It says Bitcoin and cryptocurrency markets crash on U.S. crackdown report. All right. As we've been saying, this dollar or this digital-based currency, which people have been using or utilizing for their particular personal endeavors to get away from the dollar, these currencies are getting ready to crash, okay? Because you have to understand that they're going to bring in what they call the mob, or what we know as the mark of the beast, all right, which is the chip, all right, which you have to abbreviate how you speak on it now, because Esau Edom, he's cracking down. He's being a demon when it comes to going over these certain prophecies. You know what I'm saying? So through the spirit, man, this is all coming to pass according to prophecy, because the scriptures tell you that in the end it shall speak and not lie. All right, and we're in the time of the end that it is speaking, and it's not lying, it's not tearing neither. Though it can always go faster, but we have patience through the spirit and power. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, so it says here, Bitcoin has experienced a massive sell-off, shedding almost 15% in the last 24 hours. You have to understand that the elites, they want to control the markets, okay, because they want people to depend on their system instead of being independent, because of cash, though it's not being backed by anything, it's a fiat currency. What happens is that you can't trace it. You see what I'm saying? You can't trace cash for the most part. So therefore, they're going about this global or this digital banking system, which is going to pretty much bring everybody under one umbrella, so to speak. You see, so through the spirit and power, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man, this is the beginning stages, or should I say the midway stages of the NWA, which is NWO, which is the New World Order. All right, and it's not some type of conspiracy. It's a fact and it's truth, because you can actually look up Rockefeller's quote on the NWO. Give me 1 second. I should look up the quote by the Rockefellers when he stated that him and his family stand guilty of being a global cabal that wants to control the better affairs of humanity, so to speak. So, fuck going on? There's always some shit around here, boy. Yeah. Anyway, through the spirit of power, man, this is the time we're living in. So through the spirit, man, brothers, be prepared, because these global markets are getting ready to collapse, and they're going to bring about that digital currency, which eventually will lead to the... All right. So it says here, the last 24 hours, the biggest intraday drop since February. What the hell? Let me find something. Give me 1 second. Hold on, brothers. There we go. All right, cool. So anyway, it says the drop appears to coincide with reports that the U.S. Treasury is planning to tackle the financial institutions for money laundering carried out through digital assets, because people are finding ways to kind of, go around said endeavors by using digital currency. Like we be telling you, Jakes, that's all until whatever you do illegally, you Jakes out there, you ain't gonna be able to sell your little weed and shit like that through Cash App or Bitcoin or none of that other stuff, man, because the spirit is getting ready to be sold up. Like I remember last year, man, when I was going to get some work done on the car, I was talking to this one Jake, because he pulled out a wad of cash, and obviously he was a drug dealer, but this dude put out a wad of cash and was basically, I said, they finna do away with cash, right? And bring about that mob. He said, oh shit, I ain't even know that. I said, yeah, I said, man, you better figure out something to do with all that cash, because I'm like, sooner or later that cash ain't gonna do you no good. And he didn't even know. He said he's one of them hood Jakes that sold drugs, thought he was the shit, but didn't know a damn thing about what was going on. So, hey, you Jakes are getting ready to suffer behind this collapse too. But it says here, data website CoinMarketCap cited a blackout in China's region for the fall, which allegedly powers much of Bitcoin's mining and the process by which new Bitcoins are entered through circulation. It says on Sunday, the flagship crypto shed nearly $8,000 and was trading at 12% less or 12% lower at 59,900 around 12 p.m. in London, down a day from the high of $61,293. So like I was saying, they're getting ready to crack down on this because it was to the point that they were sending task forces around the people's houses, that people that dealt with Bitcoin. You see, because Bitcoin has been out for over a decade. It just, people like us just got hip to it because they're starting to make it mainstream. But before it was mainstream, people were making billions of dollars on this. You know, like this was been a good investment to invest in, but now they're cracking down on it. But it says Bitcoin's flash crash saw a new record in liquidations, resulting in more than 1 million positions being wiped off the books. It says this meant that 10 billion in positions were liquidated, according to BYBT or Beeped. But it says other cryptocurrencies have also plummeted. Ethereum, the second biggest cryptocurrency in circulation, fell 17% before appearing losses. It says it is currently down 13% to 2,132 bucks, and Litecoin also declined down 24%. So it comes days after Bitcoin approached 65,000 ahead of the debut listing of cryptocurrency trading platform for Coinbase on Wednesday. Coinbase, which is the first crypto firm to list on the NASDAQ. All right, so this is the global market. This is the scale here. But, you know, eventually, man, all this stuff is going to come plummeting down because they need to bring in a system about control. It's all about control, man, because like I said, once they can control the people's finances, then they pretty much got everything on lock. All right, so let's go to the book of Zephaniah, the first chapter, verse 8, because you Wall Street moguls, man, you can forget about it. All right, you people are done out here. But anyway, Zephaniah 1, and I'm going to start at verses 10. It says here, and it should come to pass in that day, says that Yahweh, that there should be a noise of a cry from the fish gate, and a howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills. And it says, and how ye inhabitants of Maktesh, which Maktesh was a merchant city. It says here, for all the merchants of the people are cut down, and all that bear silver are cut off. So, like I said, man, this coming world war and this coming collapse, no money or amount of money or wealth is going to be able to deliver you from the hands of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Because these other nations, they want blood. They don't want the American dollar, because the American dollar is the reason why they're in debt now. This is the reason why the elites are trying to control everything systematically. But it says, and it should come to, matter of fact, I'm going to go down. Let's go down to verses 18. It says, but neither their silver nor gold should be able to deliver them in the days of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land should be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he should make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. So the silver and gold, the money is not going to stop the nuclear missiles from being shot off. All right, it's not going to stop the World War III. It's not going to stop Esau from coming down with great wrath and these other nations retaliating against Babylon the Great. It's not going to happen, all right? So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, remember that the prophets have warned you of these things, because, hey, we stated that eventually Bitcoin and all these other markets were going to collapse, okay? So it says here, it says, like last year, matter of fact, it says, but in late February, Bitcoin saw a retreat to as low as 43,000 bucks or $1,000 amid uncertainty in the traditional markets over stimulus expectations and their positive effects on U.S. bond yields. And another thing too, with these stimulus bills that they're promoting or they're passing, that's adding further to the debt. Okay, but it says Bitcoin prices have been up and down over the last few months as governments and regulators hone in the sector of a rising demand. But on Friday, Bitcoin plunged 4% after the Central Bank of Turkey banned the use of cryptocurrencies and other digital assets for payments. Like I said, it's all about control, brothers. It's all about control, man. You know, because this is the book of Ezekiel. What is this, Ezekiel 28? Yep, this is the book of Ezekiel 28 and 2. It says, the Son of Man said to the Prince of Tyrus, thus says the Lord Yahweh, because thy heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a power, and sit in the seat of the Most High, and in the midst of the seas, which that's the people. It says, yet thou art man and not God, though thou set thy heart as a power. All right, so this shows you that he wants control. Ultimately, it says, but behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret where they can hide from thee. And that's the reason why through the spirit I posted that clip yesterday about that show called Them, how they had the house market sold up, and how they was selling to Jakes and bogus mortgages to Jakes at extensive prices that they couldn't afford. So he said, if you default, we win. If they pay, we win. So it's a win-win situation for the elites and a lose-lose situation for the buyer. Okay, that's searching out wickedness. It says here, but with thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast got thee riches and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. So they control Bitcoin. They control the finances. That's why they're able to understand it, because they came up with this whole algorithm and different monies and cryptocurrencies to be able to control people's finances, because at the end of the day, it's all monopoly. It's all monopolizing a product. Okay, and it says, and by great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thy heart is lifted up because of thy riches. And traffic goes into business of commerce, you see, like they had what they call world trade, you know. But anyway, with that, brothers, Salaki, I had to cut the lesson short. All praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kakodash. And with that, Shalom and Abba.